joining us now, GM Ryan Poles and head coach Matt Eberflus. Coach, when did you realize that this guy isn't just a good runner, but he's a great runner?
Yeah, I think it was like around game 5 or 6, we started to see it really come to light. We started to utilize a little bit more quarterback runs during that New England game.
Yeah, the New England game.
Yep. It was right after our mini bye. So, and then really it kind of took off from there. And he had several weeks in a row where he had, like you said, 1 or 2 of those runs each game. And, so he really did a nice job with that.
There seemed like there was reluctance at first. Like, when do you find, like, what's the moment where you just go, hey, like, screw it. Let's start game planning some runs. He might have to take a hit or whatever. What was that moment or the light go on there?
Yeah, I just think it's, you evaluate that during the mini bye and you say, hey, this guy really is, really
special that way.
We can utilize his legs a little bit more. And then you start to say, okay, well, let's be safe about it.
Yeah.
There's always that delicate balance that you have, as an offense. You want to be able to do that. But in the critical moments of the game, and then when we do call the runs, he's got to work himself to the numbers sideline out of bounds, without, getting in harm's way.
Right.
But he certainly learned to do that a little bit better.
And you guys are in a unique spot, too. You had what felt like an exciting season. The glass seems more than half full. Justin Fields feels like the sky's the limit, but you also got the first overall pick in the draft. So, usually the team with the first overall pick in the draft is like, what the hell do we do? Where do we go? It feels like you guys have something to really work with going forward.
Yeah, I think, at the end of the season, we had the opportunity to evaluate our team and evaluate Justin to see, what direction we wanted to go. But at the same time, what makes this all special in the league is, we got to do our homework. You have opportunities, so you got to do your homework on the class that comes up. So we're going to do that. But we feel comfortable where Justin is and where he's going to go. And, we'll just do our homework and kind of see where it goes from there.
As far as, are you kind of shocked about this conversation that's going on around Fields and the number 1 pick right now? As far as, I know it's a quarterback. All we talk about is quarterbacks, everybody. But, I'm also like, man, how did this come out of nowhere? Didn't I see this guy make some of the greatest runs I saw all year, and all of a sudden we're talking about now another quarterback at number 1?
Right.
Are you surprised that that's kind of taken?
No, I'm not surprised
at
all.
Not.
And that was, Justin and I had that conversation of what this offseason would look like and sound like, and to really separate himself. And if anything did change, I'd be in communication with him. But it's fun to talk about. I thought it was pretty clear, after the season, just saying I'd really have to be blown away, by one of these quarterbacks in this class to move on from a guy that showed ability to be explosive and put his team in position to succeed. And we got work to do, as a front office to surround him with talent so he can continue to grow and get better.
Because there's still no sure thing. You're basically acquiring, the example I always use is a lottery ticket. Mm-hmm. You don't know that quarterback that comes in is going to be great. You have a guy that's showing attributes that he can be great.
Right.
Makes it even harder to move on from him and start from scratch. And it would put even more pressure, I think, on the next quarterback if you give up on Justin Fields.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And we both believe in player development. So from a coaching perspective, getting him in a place where the game slows down is going to be critical. And then from a front office perspective, again, it's about surrounding him with talent so he can lean on others to kind of break through that next level.
Is it difficult in a year like this, like both of you, right, where you guys are playing for the future? You got money that was being paid to other guys not on the team that wasn't even your doing or anything like that. Did you feel yourself like the pressure of having to, explain that to the fan base a little bit? Because early in the year it was all like, they need weapons around Fields, and we were sitting here trying to explain, they're trying not to ruin their team here right off the bat. They got to be smart about it. Is that a hard political conversation to deal with in the city?
Yeah, I don't think so.
No?
I just think that, we had a young team.
Right.
And we developed those guys.
Yeah.
We had a really good draft class last year. We felt really strong about that, and we developed that group, and they played well down the stretch. And so really it's about that noise on the outside. We just really want to focus on what's in that building there, and just improving and getting better every single game and every single week.
What do you want him to do next year? What's the next step in the development of Justin Fields?
Yeah, I was just saying that on the podium just 2 seconds ago, that really just take what the defense gives you. I know it's coach talk. I understand that. But, again, and we'll improve at the offensive line level, get more protection, get better protection there so we'll have more time so he doesn't feel as rushed, which obviously, it's a very important component.
It's everything.
And then he'll be able to take what the defense gives him. And then when we call the runs or he goes through his progressions and it breaks down, then he'll be able to use his legs when necessary. So that's what we want him to do.
At what point do you guys get to the point in the draft evals where you start to go, okay, we're comfortable with what we've evaluated, who we got. All right, now we can maybe make a move at number 1 or, trade it away. I mean, when does that moment come where you start to feel like, okay, I got a good grasp for, the whole class and maybe where I want to play this?
Yeah, I think once we leave here, we'll be able to gather enough information to feel comfortable. The most important piece of the combine to me is the medical piece. It's the thing, you can't see. So
right.
Once we have that, we can put numbers. We see how many guys are in certain values on our board. And I think from there we can make a sound decision if it's moving back, if it's maybe there's someone that's special and we're like, you know what, let's just stick with this guy. Or if we have enough people that's going to tell us how far we can move back where we still can get a guy that we think can really help us, become better.
Yeah, right.
How aggressively will the organization scout the best quarterbacks, the Bryce Youngs of the world, not to possibly draft him, but so you can engage in the best possible trade negotiations? The guy inside and out. Because obviously a team that would trade up to number 1 is trading up for a player, not for a spot.
Yeah.
How much time will you spend getting to know the guy that's likely going to be number 1?
Yeah, we'll do the full process. I think it's good practice to do that regardless. So our scouts, they've all done the film work, the same amount of cross-checks have done all the quarterbacks. We're going to meet with a lot of them here, sit them down, get to know them as people, watch film with them, see how they see the game and what they were taught to do, and then we're gonna hop on the plane and we're gonna make our rounds with the pro days, and see guys move around and throw and spend additional time with them as well. So I think it's good practice to really do your due diligence, regardless of your setup. Sure, you might put a little bit more into it in certain circumstances, but we're gonna be consistent on that side.
You guys are in it together, it sounds like. I mean, you guys talking ball all the time and have the same vision for what you're looking for in the team, and you go from there, right? I mean, for you, Coach Eberflus, what was the big adjustment for you? Going defensive coordinator, now you're the head coach, Chicago Bears, that media market, the fan base is passionate.
Right.
What was it like for you the first year?
No, it was great. The fans were awesome. I mean, they travel well.
Yeah.
It's amazing. You go to all these different stadiums, and man, you got your Bears fans there, and they're right behind you the whole way. So they're very passionate, very loyal fans. So we are certainly pumped about that. And then, really, for me as the head coach, it was just really working with Ryan. It was great. Our relationship's gotten stronger during the course of this year.
Right.
And we're more in tuned. Because we have a year under our belt, coming into this draft and this combine, so we're excited about moving forward.
All right, last one. How actively are both of you checking your phones for news that Aaron Rodgers is leaving the division?
Not much
I
at
haven't
all.
checked it.
Today or at all?
No.
I mean, do you guys care? Do you pay attention to it? I mean, I would want Aaron Rodgers gone if I was the Chicago Bears.
I think at the end of the day, you got to really just focus on your own team and really put all your energy and effort there. All of that will take care of itself, and we'll go from there. And as a competitor, you want to play against the best, and you want to kind of get over that hump as well. So we're just going to focus on the Bears and do our best, getting our roster in the right position, coach them up, and fire away and see how good we can get.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.